Hey you guys, Lacey and Steve from Duo Reacts. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching
Ozark.
Ozark, Season 2, Episode 6.
Outer Darkness.
Outer Darkness.
Episode 6. Last episode, Snells refused to destroy the poppy fields. Obviously, Buddy had other plans. We have Wendy up at the house, going through
adoption agencies, it would appear, basically pacifying, I believe, Darlene.
The request.
The request, but she kind of was making it clear earlier that that was the last thing she was ever going to do was get Darlene a baby. But I believe this is pacifying them to lessen the blow of
keep things moving. Yeah, I mean, Marty was kind of in a situation of a no-win situation when the lawyer says, you need to get him. No, you know what? Kind of just the embezzler here, or the money laundering guy here. I've got plenty of shit to do. Now I got to fucking manage, these people. And
that was kind of the point of the last episode, I feel like, is Marty feels like he's just the middleman. He's the middleman that has to handle all the problems and then working in between the Snells and the cartel who are, he's the middleman.
And then, not only does he have that, he's got Petty off to the side, that is doing an incredible...
At points, he does an incredible job at his job doing things the right way. But then other times he does things incredibly wrong and does it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But when he's doing it right, he's doing it really good. Like with the whole, putting the fear in these people to get them to turn on each other and all that. Like, I get it. Like he is doing a good job at that. And yeah, Ruth ended up getting tortured, waterboarded by the cartel.
We see her at the end walking out. Thank God she's able to get out of there. Just so much is going on. Enjoying the show, enjoying the series. And this is what you get when you really like it. You're ready to roll.
Yeah.
There was no looking at anything. This is out of straight memory here.
Yeah, right.
Because it's that good.
It was a solid episode. It was a great episode. We're definitely, if I can talk, looking forward to this next one. Come over to our Patreon page and check that out if you're interested in things like live reactions, full reactions, watch parties, game nights. Come join us. Have some fun with us. We're on there almost every night.
Yes.
Make sure you leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below. Make sure you subscribe and ring that bell for further notifications. With that all being said,
let's watch some Ozark.
Let's do it.
What, you're choking the life out of the steering wheel. Well, we got the job done.
She's like, yeah, right after I get murdered for knowing Darlene.
You okay? But are you all right?
Never better.
Adrenaline rush.
I saw these guys at the Fox Theater in '65.
Do you miss it? Your life back in Detroit?
Yeah, I always thought I'd make my way back.
The screen is so dark.
I know.
Promise me.
Like darker than usual.
Casino up and running. You're gonna get the hell out of there.
We have a plan.
Why do I feel like this isn't gonna work?
There's a small town in Australia, about an hour's drive from the Gold Coast. Mullumbimby.
Oh, don't
Mullumbimby.
What's it like?
Remote, surrounded by mountains. It's near the water. It's a lot like the Ozarks. The town is so far inland, and we'll have beachfront property.
Is Buddy dead right now? He's being awfully quiet right now with this angle, this camera angle.
Buddy? Buddy?
Uh-oh. Wow. Of all the times, it's right after he got to live, I feel like, one last time. I don't know what that is.
Service dog. Bones. Hammer. I don't know what the top was.
I didn't know what that was either.
Ruth?
Yeah, Ruth is not doing too well right now.
I'm fine. Just stop being a stalker and get your shit together for school.
Poor Ruth, man. It's got to be traumatizing.
Buddy told me he wanted to die at home in his bed. You think he'd be upset that he died in his car?
I don't think he'd be upset about that.
I think he was honestly pretty happy in that
Content with
moment.
hearing the story.
He was
What were you guys
content.
doing outside?
Yep.
And why did he smell like gasoline?
But he wanted to help us with something, but it was just too much for him.
Why did you let him go with you?
I thought he was better.
It's nobody's fault, General. But he was sick. This was his time.
I don't like that he's gone.
Why don't we all stay
I don't
home
either.
today?
I was hoping
Just
to
four of
learn
us?
more about
We
Buddy
can
and his
take
past and
You okay, Charlotte? Does that
All
sound like a
that.
good idea?
Just feel so stupid. I know that this was coming, but it just doesn't.
I know. I'm gonna go try to get in front of this.
Take the morning.
You blew up their field, Wendy. It's just gonna get worse from here.
oh, Marty never takes a break. Keeps going and going and
I think she was right about all of them staying home.
You'll be hearing from our lawyer. Where exactly do you expect to turn up?
His name is Camino del Rio. Last he was seen, he was headed onto your property. Well, anything you can tell me about the fire here last night?
That was a prescribed burn in one of our fields.
If you farmed, you'd know.
Because I think you're hiding something. I think you're trying to destroy evidence out here.
Evidence what?
I guess we'll see.
probably a good idea that it was burned last night, huh? Oh, that's awfully burnt. I was gonna say, are they gonna find like any leftover remnants of
You would
anything?
think so.
You would think. Oh, remnants.
Hey! I think we got something!
In the poppy field? Something is buried? Body, maybe? I wouldn't think that it'd be under the poppy
Do we
field,
know what's on the
though.
woman? Well, it's a good thing we burned that field at least.
It's not so good that you didn't run it by me.
When were we supposed to talk about it, Marty?
We gotta stay on the same page always, or things fall apart.
You got a real way of complimenting me and walking it back in the same breath. You know that?
This one comes in gray or pink granite, single occupancy or double.
No, double.
We're getting Buddy a mausoleum. What are you gonna tell me about that?
I'm telling you now.
How do we feel about
Marty, do you have to complain about everything? Jesus. I know you're in a mood right now, but gosh. Can we plan a funeral? Hiding the money in the caskets now?
Guess.
Pictures of family, seems like. Oh gosh.
FBI wants to question me. I need to know what I'm involved with here.
I think you know exactly what you're involved in.
Do I? You need to start being 100% honest with me.
The casino deal is completely legal.
But the business your investors are involved in isn't.
No.
We're
Did you
being,
know this before you started working with them?
we're being honest with him, are we? Because
Yes. Well, don't stop now, Charles. Let's go. You want the whole truth? Now's your chance.
I feel like this. I don't know what she's doing here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You know, Ruth, if you need more time, you take all that you need. I can.
I'm fucking fine, Marty. Just put it in the safe. I got other shit I have to deal with.
Get off my back, man. She don't want to talk about it. Let her handle it on her own time.
Oh.
Bones. Yep. Human bones. Multiple, maybe?
Sacred ground, huh? You're done.
Uh-oh.
Call my lawyer.
I already did. I want to hear you say it. We should never have gotten involved with these people.
Whose idea was it to put the bones into the poppy field? Ashes?
If I was you, I don't think Ash would be the topic to be talking about right now.
I ain't going to discuss anything without a lawyer. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. On what charge? There's a county ordinance banning fires due to drought. The good news is I'm going to get that all thrown out when I charge you for murder.
Cuff her.
Why are we not cuffing Darlene as well? I would think they would both get cuffed.
Darlene, is Dell in that field?
Dell is located elsewhere.
So whose body is this?
Targets of murder investigations are not granted casino licenses.
I don't give a damn about any casino license.
Your husband might go away for mass murder. What do you plan to do about it?
The people who burnt our field are the ones who have to come up with some kind of solution.
But we didn't burn your field.
You're a goddamn liar.
I burned the field.
Oh shit.
You stood in my home. You lied to me.
I saved this entire enterprise from going under.
They found bones on your property. We need to find out who they belong to, and we need to figure out what to do about it.
You need to get my husband out of fucking jail.
Darlene's about to lose her damn mind, man.
She's already been there and back.
Oh my god. Now she's gonna be coming after Wendy.
What brings you in here? On the TV. They said they found bones. There was a search warrant executed yesterday. Is it Grace? I told you that they're the ones that killed her. We don't want to jump to any conclusions. They're in the initial stages of identifying the remains.
But, I'm afraid Grace isn't in the database. But what if I bring my boy in? And you can sample his DNA for Grace. You can do that?
Yeah, you can bring it back then.
Okay.
Wendy, that was Darlene. Mason plans to bring his baby in to get a sample of Grace's DNA.
Oh, Jesus, is Grace in that grave?
She wouldn't say.
Apparently she doesn't know.
No, we have to warn him.
Who?
Mason, you know what Darlene is capable of. There's no way in hell she's going to let him take her down.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I want it on record that my client is here voluntarily. Fifth largest private business owner in the state. I understand what the Byrdes see in you, but I'm having a hard time understanding what you see in them. Does a $50,000 donation to your charity really buy that much goodwill?
The idea that $50,000 somehow buys my loyalty is ridiculous.
If we were to look into your charity, we'd see that you're siphoning funds to help prop up your agricultural business. I'm not interested in your business, but I do know some people who would be.
Unless I talk about Marty Byrde.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you want to be filming this?
I am.
Fair enough. September. A man described as looking very much like you fired a handgun inside a bar called the Rusty Hull. Coincidentally, the night before, your motel room sustained over $10,000 worth of damage. When I inquired about the shooting, a local drug dealer became particularly interested. Turns out he was robbed and assaulted. It's amazing what you can find if you look hard enough.
Yeah, you're not as free from all this as you think you are, buddy.
Sure you want to be filming this?
Yeah, you sure you don't want to turn that off?
Quid pro quo. I'm free from investigation. And Wendy Byrde gets protection.
What? He definitely has a thing for Wendy.
Are there other Masons out there that are looking for answers?
Who knows what has been buried until the earth belches it up and new eyes are laying upon some old bad deed.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Why you gotta talk in riddles, Jacob?
When they flooded us out, you can't expect me to account for every pile of bones that turns up.
Tell me where your ancestors are buried.
It is desecration. We do not disturb our dead.
Then you're gonna rot in here.
Oh, it's Wendy. I thought it was
Mason.
Darlene walking up to him. I'm about to be like, run!
I heard you came by to see Sheriff Nix.
God, you people.
I'm here because I'm worried about you and I'm worried about your baby.
You've never cared about anyone but yourself, ever.
I am so sorry that Grace is gone. There is nothing we can do to bring her back, but you can still help your son. Tell him you don't plan to bring the baby in to test for Grace's DNA.
Why would I do that?
Because you know the smells. They'll do anything they can to stop that test. I want you to remember what happened to you the last time you didn't listen to reason. Please, I'm begging you, smarten up. Save yourself, save your son. Don't come back to the lake.
He's gonna end up dead, and his baby's gonna end up in the hands of Darlene.
You fucking with me, nerdcore?
What? Who the fuck are you?
No.
Is this how you run a business? You take people's money and flake?
Crap. I'm so sorry we had a death in the family.
What the fuck's that? I failed in that class because of you, dipshit.
Fragile.
Uh-oh. Fighting in school. He's gonna get suspended.
Yep. What the hell is he doing?
Apparently going to dig up other
is not
bodies.
So they really suspended you?
I said it was a violation of the honor code.
What about Wyatt?
Lots of schools do that nowadays. It doesn't matter if you start the fight
You too.
or if you
Let's
just
go. We'll
get
talk about
hit,
this
you're
tomorrow.
suspended
Bye.
too.
I'm gonna stay
Yep.
and talk to Wyatt.
A lot of
I don't
schools.
agree with that shit.
Yeah, a lot of schools
He
do
saved
that.
Jonah from getting beat up. That kid was huge. What did I say?
They expelled me. There's a zero tolerance policy against fighting.
I'm gonna go the fuck in there and talk to them.
Please, Ruth.
That means no Mizzou. You know that, right?
I know.
You have to fix this.
I don't need the rules. Come on.
Yeah,
What
Marty.
about
Marty.
The rules about the one suspending your kid for cheating, but kick out Wyatt for saving his ass from being stomped on?
What am I supposed to do?
Talk to him.
I don't know, Marty. There's nothing you ever can do, is there?
Come on.
Stay the fuck away from Wyatt.
Ruth.
She's a bad goddamn influence, Marty.
No,
Marty.
you don't believe that.
Marty,
Yeah.
you could have talked to him. Come on. He just has so much other shit on his mind.
I didn't steal 5,000. I stole 10, and we split it. Before you yell at me about honesty, look me in the eye and tell me that you've never lied to us about anything. You would have done the same thing. You don't have a bank account.
Yeah, well, with Mike Fleming.
It's the name on the passport you got me. I used it to open a bank account, along with 2 offshore accounts. Every time I got paid for doing homework, I'd generate an invoice and mix in some of the dirty money with the clean.
Okay, go to your rooms, both of you, now.
He's like, this is brilliant.
Jonah is laundering money. Charlotte is stealing drug cartel cash. So, I think even for us, we need to make a big fucking deal about this.
We're gonna get out of it. We need 6 months and then we're free, Wendy.
You're lying to yourself. I decided to believe you because it sounds so much better than what's actually going on here.
Can we just point out that Wendy's the one that told the kids all this to begin with, to involve them to begin with?
Then we need to be here for them.
Was that for me?
Marty, you can't sit in this house for more than 15 minutes without being distracted.
I mean, that's true as well.
You're hiding from me. You're hiding from the kids. And I'm not going back to that life. What? Where are you going?
You want me to deal with things? This is what it looks like. This is me dealing with things. I gotta go.
Great.
I can stay here, I can talk about our feelings, or I can go take care of shit and make sure that we don't die, okay?
Or maybe it's Wendy that's gonna lose her damn mind. all the women about to lose their damn minds. Oh,
I
God.
hope you understand what you've asked of us.
I don't understand what he's doing.
I don't know what his plan is, but it has something to do with the bodies of their ancestors.
I need to talk to you.
Marty's not home. I can't leave the kids alone.
I'm on your dock.
Why? He's already told Petty, I'll tell you everything you want to know about what I know about the birds.
You told me the relationship with your investors started a year ago in Chicago. Marty's been working for them for over 10 years. You're not just involved with the cartel. You are the cartel. Wendy, for a smart woman, you are so wrong.
If what you say is true, there's nothing you can do for me anyway.
What if there was? Leave Marty.
So you can be my knight in shining armor?
No, this isn't about me. You need to get out. You do that. I'll push the casino through, and then Marty will be able to try to keep this insanity alive for as long as he can.
You should go.
Don't try and say this isn't for you, Charles. This is definitely for you. In some way, shape, or form. I believe it.
What happened to Ruth Langmore?
Ruth Langmore is a petty thief helping to launder money for a Mexican drug cartel. So it's a miracle she's not gutted in a ditch somewhere.
I want it in writing that I get a plea deal when this is over.
You only get a plea deal when you deliver something useful.
I got you a search warrant.
Yeah, which so far is doing nothing.
I did everything I was supposed to do. You can't keep doing this to me.
I don't want any more drugs.
Oh.
Wow.
That's the FBI, isn't it? Ignore them.
What are you finding?
What's this?
Who were they?
I don't know.
Kansas City mob.
Oh, yes. I
Is this?
remember. Yep.
Maybe it's from the medical exam.
Because Buddy was involved with them, yeah. Oh, Petty's waiting. Look at him waiting.
We have a positive DNA match.
I'm Jonah Byrde. Can we speak over the phone?
What?
You're Marty's boy.
Yes, sir. I'm really glad you can make it.
Me too.
What, Jonah? What are you
Me and
doing?
the boys one.
I found a paper wheel in Buddy's room, with all his contacts on it. Contacted some of his friends to tell them about the funeral.
Good idea. Thank you.
All
All
right.
5 skeletons have about a 1 to 12.5% match to Jacob Snell. Isotope analysis showed that the remains ranged from 90 to 150 years old. Must have been just an old family burial plot.
Jesus wanted me to tell you that just because
Oh,
you go
shit.
to church, in James chapter 1, verse 26.
What's going on here?
Excuse me. You have a permit to be out here?
Wow.
Permit.
We received a child endangerment report about a preacher out here with a baby in the cold.
No, don't touch it. Don't touch him. Resist.
Yep.
When we first met, I didn't know what to make of Jimmy Small. We were roommates, but we didn't get off to a particularly smooth start. Buddy liked to skinny dip. In fact, the first morning that my husband and I woke up in the Ozarks, we looked out over the vastness of the lake, and there was Buddy, buck naked, staring back at it. We got to know him and love him. He saved our family in ways I can't explain. He literally saved us. And he was the man who I wanted to have a drink with at the end of a bad day. We weren't related, but he was family. We loved him. and we will miss him.
I'd like to say a few things.
Jonah, what would you like to say?
I reached out to some of his friends this week, but unfortunately a lot of them were dead. He didn't talk much about his past, but I found out that Jimmy was a war hero. Also, he was one of the best negotiators that the United Auto Workers up in Detroit ever had. Anyway, a lot of people wanted me to pass along messages to you. Gretchen from Pontiac said Jimmy was the handsomest man I ever knew. I'm no homewrecker, but I was a sucker for those bright green eyes. Pete told me he was a real son of a bitch, and I mean that in the best way. Kind of. Thanks, Pete.
Kind of.
To me, Buddy was just Buddy. He was an old man, but he knew how to talk to a kid. He knew how to tell you what you need to know. He knew how to ask you things and he knew how to listen. Buddy was my best friend, and I'll carry our secrets to my grave.
He needed a father figure. He needed somebody to talk to.
I missed you so, baby.
Half what I missed you, honey.
So, how'd you do it?
Do what?
I think Marty replaced the bones.
Dammed up all in. So I guess I should thank you for helping us find them.
That said, you be hearing from our lawyer.
Well, shit, they got out of that one. Thank you, Marty, for saving our asses right there.
I may not like you, but I'm not going to let you drink by yourself.
I'm going to try and get some more information out of you. Or maybe not. Maybe she's done with Petty. I don't know.
Buddy would approve.
Is she going to try and seduce him?
That's what I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
To Buddy.
It's funny.
You know the last time I saw him, I cut him.
On accident.
Last thing I did was hurt the guy.
I don't think it
All
hurt.
right. I'm gonna clean up. Listen, if I don't pull off opening up this casino, I want you to know that I'm not gonna leave you hanging, okay?
What do you mean?
I mean, there's a guy in Chicago, private investigator, and he's gonna make sure that the feds can't touch the blue cat. You're gonna get it back, okay? You can do whatever you want with it and sell it, keep it. No one's ever gonna know what you did to help me. Not the feds, not the cartel.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
man.
Uh-oh. Not a good time for this, Marty. Not a good time for this. Ugh.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Rachel.
He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You keep going. Oh. That's what she was doing. All right, so I was not expecting that. It kind of appeared like she was just undoing, like, let's keep going, you know, like she was into it. He was obviously into it. She stopped it because I feel like she felt bad in that moment. Like, she didn't want to go any further with all this, like, with all the whole wire and petty shit.
Yeah, did you see his face?
Yeah. I saw his face, and how is he going to take this now? I feel like
That was the twist of it all.
that was the twist of it all. And also with Mason and the baby, it seems like I might end up being right about this. I might end up being right about this with the whole Darlene somehow getting her hands on Mason's baby. I don't know. I just have a feeling. And now the baby's taken away from him, which in this, the way it happened, the way it went down with the two cops walking up to him and just taking his baby, like, they can't do that. They have to call in, like, Children and Family Services or, like, Department of Children and Family Services to, like, handle that. They can't just take the baby. The cops can't, like that. I don't think they can, at least. Like, they have to have some sort of a representative with them, I would think. But I don't know. It didn't look.
I don't know
It
either.
did not look lawful, but I'm not sure exactly. But again, the Snells have the cops in their back pockets, so.
This was, for me, a lot of stuff going on during this episode. It was different vibe than what I'm usually getting from Ozark. You know, with the whole Buddy thing, they gave, you know, quite a bit of interest to. Obviously, Buddy, I didn't think he was going to go out sitting in a car, listening to a story.
Yeah, definitely not in this manner. Like,
No.
I did not see it happening like this or during this episode. Like, I feel
Not
like
at all.
I feel like there's so much more to Buddy, and maybe we still have a chance to learn a lot about this and to get a little bit more Buddy in our lives, because the fact that Jonah called his friends and with the whole Kansas City mob, maybe that's gonna
come into
play.
I think so, and I think Jonah may be.
He may be like the key to that somehow.
Of linking everything together for their the family's benefit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was paying attention more to him this episode. He seems strong and confident, but also he's going through a lot of different emotions right now. Like just a plethora of things going on with him.
Yeah.
He was the one I paid attention to the most, I think, in this episode. Yeah, I'm gonna let this one process a little bit more with me. This episode in particular, maybe talk about it in Zoom just a little bit, and kind of get everybody else's take on it. But to me, it was kind of, I don't know. It was weird. Snell gets out because there's family bones there. Everything that kind of went on there. I was like.
Well, there was a scene that Marty was in where he was at the funeral home and looking at all the the refrigeration units where they keep the bodies at and stuff. Like, so I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe that's I don't know. Again, I don't know how all this is possible because nobody should have access to any of them bodies at that point, especially with the FBI there. I don't know how any of this happened, but it happened and they got out of it. But what I was going along with the whole Jonah train of thought in the sense that he had Buddy before to talk to listen to be an outlet. And that's why he grew so close with Buddy, because he didn't have anybody else to really talk to about anything. Parents are too distracted right now. His sister's been kind of distracted. She's been there, but she's also kind of got her own shit going on, so...
Well, she's a teenage girl.
But now that he doesn't have Buddy anymore as this outlet, this person to talk to, this person to be there for him emotionally, where does he go from here? That's kind of where I'm worried about, or what I'm worried about.
I'm not. Seems like he's
handling it well. He's acting like a little man.
Yeah.
He really is. Yeah.
I just want to think about this episode a little bit more. The other ones have been pretty well handwritten and understood, and this, at the end, leaves me more questions with Marty and Rachel and, Wendy and her situations that are going on.
Wendy did not have a nice look on her face when she left from the bar, when he was like, you go do what you got to do. I'm going to finish up here. She was kind of looking between him and Rachel, like, why? Like, what? Like, you should be home right now with us. And so she's already going to probably be starting to question that relationship. And with everything that's gone on in their relationship before, with her being unfaithful, it's Marty is got this, I don't know, like, get back at her or like give her a taste of her own medicine.
It's the first time I've seen him kind of.
And he opened up to Rachel a little bit right there, and
in a couple ways.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm excited to see what the next episode obviously is, but I do, for some reason on this one, I want to think about it a little bit more. I think there was a lot of things that maybe we took in that is going to play out later for sure. I just need to think about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I could be totally wrong. This could be just what it is episode, but I don't think so. I think there's more to it, especially with Jonah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. Please leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Share the video and squish that bell. And we hope you guys all have an amazing and awesome day.
Hope amazing happens to you. Until next time, and Ozark, peace out.